Okay, so this is going to be kind of straightforward. Only my second attempt at making a video with flies. We are going to attempt my version of the Crazy Charlie today. We start out with brown Vivas 8/0 thread, a size 12 Mustad all-purpose hook, and we'll get the thread. First, let me put on what my grandson calls my city glasses. Without these, hard to see. So just start the thread just a little bit back from the hook eye, about where you want your bead chain eyes to start. Bead chain eyes are just used to give it a little bit extra weight. Make it look like the fish has eyeballs, of course. Start off with two very simple bead chains, pieces of bead chain, just like you have on your ceiling fan. In this case, they're all nice and silver. Silver, to me, just kind of goes better with the white. Everybody kind of has their own way of doing this. A little too far back here. Hold on just a second. What am I doing? Anyway, it's gonna have to do. So we'll start off getting the bead chain all nice and tied down. So once you have your figure eights done, and I like to go around underneath the eyes, around the top of the hook, over the top of the hook, underneath the eyes. It just seems to lock everything in place nice and tight, so that now they really don't wiggle on the hook. Now I'll go back over with a couple more wraps of figure eight just for the fun of it. Now run my thread to the back. Just about the bend of the hook is good for me, is where I normally like to be. But just because I want to build up a little bit of a transition, I'll throw down a little bit extra around the back, go up to the front, and then all the way back across the eyes again, and end with your thread there at the hook point. A little harder to see this, so let me move up. And you can kind of get a better idea of where we're looking at. Now, take some just straight up EP fiber. In this case, I already had some pulled free on a pair of pliers. And I typically like to make this first roughly about 1.5 times the length of the hook. I like a little bit extra back here. Makes it easy. Use a pinch wrap, 2 pinch wraps, just to make sure it stays in place a little bit. Fold it back over like you're doing an EP bait fish type setup. Pin that down with 2 wraps. Take your scissors and clip just short of where that first was. You want to move your thread forward just a little bit and repeat the same process. Just this case, line up with what you already had. 2 pinch wraps. Fold it back, keeping it pulled in your direction so that it stays on top. Your thread doesn't pull it over to the side. Couple of wraps to move it back, to advance it. Snip it off. Turn it around. Exactly the same thing again. 2 pinch wraps. Fold it over. Trap it down. Snip it off. It's a very simple fly to tie. It just takes a little bit of time, a little bit of patience. The big thing is getting those pinch wraps and keeping everything on the top in this case, what will become the bottom of the fly, and not let it run to one side or the other. And see there, I just messed up and pulled that loose. It happens. It happens to the best of us, happens to the worst of us. I'm not saying which one I am, I'm just saying it happens. So you lay it back up again, get your measurement back again. Again, 2 pinch wraps. Put a little bit snugger this time than what I did last time. Fold it back, pinch it down, snip it off. Repeat, rinse and repeat over and over and over again. In this case, I like to put one in front of the eyes. I don't know if a lot of people do this. It's just the way I prefer doing it. So that way you get a little bit more coverage, but then I take it and I run around behind the eye, pin it down, come back over the top, fold it back, pin that one down in the front, snip it off. And I don't like the way that looks this time. So this stick up here that you can see, to me, just looks a little bit weird. Even though in the water it's going to lay back flat. I'm going to go ahead and pin that down again behind the eye. So now it's all nice and snug on the top. I'm going to put down a layer of thread and get that really well wrapped in and build up kind of a nose on the fly. To me, it just makes it look cleaner. It gives a little bit of extra weight in the front along with the bead chain to help this thing nose down every single time. Now, when it's in the water, it'll actually fish like this. So your hook point's going to be up. You got a brown top to the fly, and you've got the white here. It looks, when it gets wet, all of this will sleek back and look more like a small fish body underneath the silver eyes. And it looks good. So now it's just that simple. This fly is done. And we will whip finish. And in this case, I will make a small V in my scissor. And it's really cutting, it's not really clipping. I just slide it up against the thread as high as I can and push against it, and it clips it right off. And thank you.